Welcome back to USA and Canada Today. Chuck Schumer just took another loss. Or, in the words of Gene Wilder from Willy Wonka, "You lose, sir." The Senate has voted 53 to 46 to confirm yet another Trump-appointed judge, this time to the Middle District of Florida. That's a major win after weeks of tense standoffs in the Senate, where Schumer vowed not to back any of Trump's nominees. Well, once again, he failed. And this latest vote looks great for President Trump, and pretty terrible for the Democrats. Let's break down why this matters, and why Republicans in Congress are pushing so hard to confirm as many Trump nominees as they can before the clock runs out. President Trump has made it clear he wants his people confirmed. He's told Senate Republicans to cancel August recess and long weekends if that's what it takes. More than 130 Trump nominees are still waiting to be confirmed. Everyone from assistant cabinet secretaries to ambassadors. Republicans say Democrats are intentionally dragging out every step of the process, not because of qualifications, but purely to stall. They're using every procedural delay possible to bleed the clock dry. This is obstruction on steroids, one GOP senator said. "We're ready to stay in Washington as long as needed to get this done." Democrats, of course, insist they're just exercising their rights. Some want to head home to meet with voters, but staying behind to fight these confirmation battles is part of their job, and many say they're willing to stick it out. Still, Republicans see this as a test of strength and unity. Some senators have even joked about skipping the beach for the swamp, because this fight over judges could define the next generation. Meanwhile, Republicans are also trying to sell what they call their big, beautiful bill, promising that it will deliver results across every county in America. They're hitting the road to promote it, saying people deserve to know what's actually in the legislation. What's surprising, they say, is how few voters actually know the details. Traditionally, the Senate has always confirmed a president's nominees in batches, quickly, efficiently. But during Trump's presidency, Democrats have made that nearly impossible. Now, that trend is breaking. After months of obstruction, several of Trump's picks have finally gone through, including one major confirmation: Ann Moe, now officially a federal judge for the Middle District of Florida, confirmed by a 53 to 46 vote. Dozens of other Trump nominees are still waiting, blocked by Democrats, but this particular confirmation stands out as a big win. Why? Because judges like these shape the outcome of future legal battles. We've already seen a string of court victories for President Trump, and this new confirmation only adds to that momentum. Ann Moe's appointment isn't just another routine judicial slot. It's a signal, a sign that the balance inside the federal judiciary is slowly shifting toward the America First agenda. The Middle District of Florida is one of the most important judicial regions in the country. It handles major constitutional and election-related cases, and having a Trump-appointed judge there could play a decisive role in future showdowns between state and federal authority. What makes this win even bigger is that Democrats did everything possible to delay it. Endless procedural tactics, stall votes, speeches, and backroom negotiations, all to stop these confirmations. But Republicans stood firm. Eventually, enough moderates crossed over to help push it through, and that's significant. It shows that even with a potential government shutdown looming, Trump's influence in the Senate remains strong, and this goes beyond short-term politics. Judicial appointments are permanent. Legislation can be repealed or rewritten, but federal judges serve for life. That means every confirmation reshapes the legal and political landscape for decades to come. Trump and his allies understand that better than anyone. And Trump himself knows from experience how crucial fair, law-abiding judges are, after facing investigation after investigation, lawsuit after lawsuit across multiple states. He has seen firsthand how important it is to have judges who interpret the law as written, not based on politics or pressure. Many conservatives believe that if Democrats ever return to full control, they'll go after their political opponents without hesitation. That's why, for them, these judicial confirmations aren't just political wins. They are part of a long-term plan to protect free speech, election integrity, and the rule of law. And that's also why Trump's base is more motivated than ever. The goal is simple: get as much done as possible while they can. Reverse the country a slide towards socialism and restore the values that earlier generations fought for: faith, family, freedom, and fairness. Trump knows exactly what it's like to be under attack, to face the full weight of the system. That's why he's determined to build a judiciary that will stand for justice, not politics. Every confirmed judge like Ann Moe helps solidify that foundation. Now, we have breaking news from Oregon. A 3-judge appeals panel has ruled that the White House can federalize and deploy National Guard troops to Portland. The decision came in a 2-to-1 ruling, giving the president the authority to federalize troops, but only those based in Oregon. Originally, the administration had floated the idea of sending troops from California and Texas to help control unrest in Portland, but the court ruled that only Oregon-based units could be used. CBS News legal analyst Jessica Levinson, a law professor at Loyola University, explained that this ruling shows courts are increasingly deferring to the president's authority in such matters. She said it's part of a growing pattern. Appellate courts tend to side with the executive branch when it comes to national security or public order decisions. However, Levinson also pointed out that this is not the end of the case. The state of Oregon plans to continue its appeal, arguing that the administration overstepped its power and violated state sovereignty. For now, though, this ruling stands, and it's another example of Trump's legal wins stacking up across the country. And that brings us back to why these judicial confirmations are so critical. Victories like this don't happen by accident. They're the result of strategic appointments, tireless efforts behind the scenes, and a clear understanding of how important it is to fill every possible vacancy with constitutional judges. Judges like Ann Moe are committed to the law, not to politics, not to ideology. And as more confirmations move forward, momentum keeps building. Democrats are worried, and they should be. Once these judges are confirmed, there's nothing they can do through executive orders or spin to undo it. These lifetime appointments guarantee that even if Democrats regain control of the Senate, the House, or even the White House, the courts will remain a check against overreach and corruption. That's why these district courts matter so much. That's where truth and law still prevail. And that's where the fight for the country's future is quietly being won. Every Trump-appointed judge adds to that wall of protection, a safeguard for fairness, accountability, and constitutional order. So, with Ann Moe confirmed and more nominations on the way, Trump's judicial strategy is proving effective. It's reshaping the courts, the country, and the future of American law. And that's where we'll leave it for today. Thanks for watching USA and Canada Today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.